She may be risking her life, but when it comes to being a lady, she doesn't hold a candle to your wife, sir. Sitting in Washington playing bridge with 3 other ladies of great honor and virtue.
Take it easy, Dave.
Sorry.
I think those remarks about my wife are uncalled for.
Withdrawn? Apologize, sir.
How do you do, Miss Huberman?
You do.
It's Mr. Beardsley and Senor Julio Barbosa. Sit down.
Thank you.
You have the steam on my government, senorita.
But we are worried about your visiting this office.
I promise not to break the rules again, but I need some advice, and I couldn't find Mr. Devlin. In fact, I need it before lunch.
Something happened?
Yes, something rather confusing. Mr. Sebastian has asked me to marry him.
What?
Well.
He wants me to marry him right away, and I'm to give him my answer at lunch. And I didn't know what the department might think about such a step.
Are you willing to go this far for us, Miss Huberman?
Yes, if you wish.
What do you think of this, Devlin?
Oh, I think it's a useful idea.
Well, you know the situation better than any of us.
May I ask what inspired Alex Sebastian to go this far?
He is in love with me.
And he thinks you're in love with him?
Yes, that's what he thinks.
Gentlemen, it's the cream of the chest.
Then it's all right?
Well, yes, I'd say so. Of course, it's a perfect marriage for us.
There's only one thing. Want to delay us a bit?
What do you mean?
Well, Mr. Sebastian is a very romantic fellow, isn't he, Alicia?
Yes.
Then he'll probably want to take his bride away for a long honeymoon. Won't that hold us up?
Devlin's got a point there.
Oh, I don't know. I think we can rely on Miss Huberman to get back into the house quickly.
Yes, I think I can manage that.
Well, everything seems to be nicely arranged. I don't think you need me here anymore, do you, Captain Prescott?
I do want to thank you, Miss Huberman, very much. I think so far everything has been managed with great intelligence.
Yes, thank you very much.
Are you quite sure she didn't come down here to see you? To capture the rich Alex Sebastian for her husband?
Oh, don't be absurd, Mother. She didn't even know I was here.
We will discuss it more fully tonight.
We will not discuss it tonight. You know, all these carping questions are merely the expression of your own jealousy, just as you've always been jealous of any woman I've ever shown any interest in. In this case, there's nothing more to discuss.
You mean then you are going ahead with this marriage?
I mean that the wedding will be next week. It'll be private. We shall both be pleased to have you present, if you wish.
Oh. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Joseph.
Joseph? Joseph doesn't look very cheerful here.
I'm sorry, sir. Madame Sebastian wasn't certain we'd be back tonight.
Why not? I telegraphed her.
Madame Sebastian said we were all to retire, sir.
Where is my mother?
Madame Sebastian went to bed very early, sir.
I'm sorry, my dear. I'm afraid this isn't a very bright homecoming for you.
That's all right, Alex.
Well, what shall we do? Shall we have Joseph arrange a little food for us?
Not unless you want to. I'm rather tired myself.
We'll go right up then.
Good night.
Good night.
I like to have all my dresses put out on the beds here. Don't hang anything up. I like to know where everything goes. Oh, Joseph, did you have the closets aired?
Yes, madame.
Oh, this isn't very large. I'll need more room. This door is locked.
That's used for a storeroom, madame.
Oh. May I have the key?
I do not have the keys, madame.
Where are they?
Madame Sebastian has charge of all the house keys, madame.
Oh. Do you know where Mr. Sebastian is?
I believe he's having a business meeting downstairs in the study, madame.
I miss Hupka. He was a first-class metallurgist.
Glycan is just as good.
Such is your opinion. But I don't want to criticize. What were you asking? Oh, you want a report. A written report. Well, my friends, my work is done.
You've been successful.
Yes.
Oh, I'm very sorry.
Not at all. Come along in.
No, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I didn't know you were busy. Some of the closets are locked. Could you give me the keys?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'd forgotten about the keys. Of course I'll get them for you at once. Bring the keys to you right away, my dear. Mother. Mother. Mother, Alicia wants the keys buried to the closet.
I think they can be safely left to me. After all, if she wants the keys,
Please, Mother, stop arguing. Give me those keys.
I will not. If she wants the keys, let her come herself.
Mother, will you please give me the keys? Thank you. Well, there they are. Afraid I'm going to be busy for the rest of the morning, my dear. See you at lunch.
Thank you, dear.
Mr. Sebastian has the key for this, madame. It's the wine cellar.
Well, then, the wine cellar's the obvious place to look.
Alex has the key to that.
Then get it from him.
Get it? Yes, how?
Don't you live near him?
What do I look for if I get the key?
You look for a bottle of wine, like the one that rattled the fellow at dinner that night.
All the bottles look alike to me. I'm no mastermind.
You're doing all right.
It's no fun, then.
Too late for that now, isn't it? Look, why don't you persuade your husband to throw a large shindig so that he can introduce his bride to real society, say sometime next week?
Why?
Consider me invited. Then I'll try and find out about that wine cellar business.
But I don't think my husband is interested in entertaining just yet.
The honeymoon isn't over, huh? Don't underestimate your charms, Mrs. Sebastian. You can handle it.
I don't think it's going to be so easy about you. He thinks you're in love with me.
Well, then tell him you thought if you invited me to the house and I saw how happily married you were, then the horrid passion I have for you might be torn out of me.
That sounds very logical.
Good. Next week, then, and get the key. I have to fly up to Belen, but I'll be back in time.
All right. I'll be looking forward to seeing you.
It's always a pleasure meeting you, madame.
Surprised Mr. Devlin coming tonight. I don't blame anybody for being in love with the darling. I just hope that nothing will happen to give him any false impression. I'll be within a minute. Darling. It's not that I don't trust you. But when you're in love at my age, every man who looks at your woman is a menace. Will you forgive me for even talking about it? I'm very contrite.